Hey guys, we're here at Mingo Central High School Media Day, and we're here with one of the biggest and baddest linemen up here on Minor Mountain. This is Logan Hurley. You transferred over from Phelps High School.
Yes, sir.
You know, coming over this way, I know you're familiar with Coach Jones, but what drew you up here to Minor Mountain?
I seen that they had a lot of good players, and Phelps. I'm not trying to hate on Phelps, but you know they've been breaking apart for the past couple of years, and I'm trying to go to the next level, play college ball, and I know Coach Jones. He has a lot of connections, and I don't know. I'm just trying to play some ball, man.
Yeah, good things happening at Phelps, but as you said, I mean you're an upperclassman, and it's tough to go through a rebuilding process,
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
Yeah. So coming up here, you know, you've been up here, I guess, about 2 months now. You know, have you felt that your game's got better?
Yes, sir. They've helped me fix my stance. I've gotten a lot stronger since I've come here. I've been more deliberate.
Yep.
And I don't know, man. It's a lot better on the mountain.
Now, who are your lineman coaches up here?
Coach Bob Goebel, Coach Dylan Glasscock, and Coach Chris Burns.
Every one of them, we know Glasscock plays at the next level. Goebel has coached at the next level. So it seems like you got the best of the best teaching you.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
as a unit right now, how good do you think y'all's line is?
We're probably going to be one of the best in West Virginia. We're the most stout I've seen so far at all the 7v7s. And I think we're the most best built together linemen.
Now, as you look at your schedule right now, what game intrigues you the most that you see on your schedule?
Probably man.
Okay.
Yeah, I can't wait to play man.
Yeah, they got some big boys on that line over there.
Got to prove myself.
Yeah, game one, I mean, you're opening up the season in Naugatuck against Haiti Ford and the crew there at Tuck Valley.
Yes.
You know, right now, how's the team feel, and what's y'all's mindset as you get ready for that game one?
We're pumped. We're pumped like crazy, man. I can't wait to go and show them how good we are, how good of our chemistry is on the line.
Yep.
I can't wait, man. It's going to be the best.
If you had your dream, I mean, the way you talk, I mean, it seems like you obviously have plans of playing next level football.
Yes, sir.
What's your dream school?
West Virginia State.
Okay. Yeah.
I want to go there. I'd like to go to App State too. It'd be amazing.
Yeah, West Virginia State has great facilities up there. You're close to home. A lot of good things. We've seen a lot of mountain kids go up there and have great success at West Virginia State.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So well, I tell you what, with Coach Jones and this staff, I don't think you went wrong at the people that can get you there. You know, because I mean that's one thing that he really focuses on, and he's the best at is getting players through to the next level. You know, coming up here, you see your coaching staff, Coach Shep, see Nate. I mean, you got Coach Glasscock, Shep. You know, when you look at that staff every day, how fun is a practice up here?
So it's really fun, man. It's an eventful practice every time. They teach us new moves, help us improve our game. It's the best practice ever up here, man.
Well, I tell you what, man, I appreciate you taking time. We know you got all these media outlets out here talking to you, taking headshots. You got to feel like a superstar up here on Minor Mountain.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, so we're going to let you go. We know they got questions for you, too. If you don't care, send your next one in. Well, we see him right here. And then we look forward to seeing you, man. I mean, we covered you in the past over at Phelps, and I can't wait to see what you do up here on Minor Mountain.
Appreciate it.
Appreciate you, man.
Nice to meet you.
All right, guys. We got number 24, Mr. Aiden Burke, joining us. Come on up here. This is one that is no stranger to D&D Sports Network. You've been on it quite a bit.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so coming up here Media Day, I mean, you got cameras, you got professional photographers. You feel like a superstar up here today?
Feel good, man. It's just great being up here, getting around everybody, talking, just hanging out.
Looking good in these uniforms, too.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they coming up here in Minor Mountain, you know, I mean, we know you've played different positions on the offense and defensive side at your previous school there on Pond Creek.
Yes, sir.
Up here, what's Coach Jones and the Miners' plans for you? What positions are you playing, and are you playing both sides of the ball?
I am playing both sides of the ball, but we don't have no starters for sure yet because everybody's got to put the work in, see where everybody feels out at. But as of now, I'm at strong safety and wide receiver.
Yeah, listen, guys. Aiden Burke is a dual sport athlete. I was going to ask you about that. Playing multiple sports. How do you think that has helped you with each sport? Do you think it benefits you playing different sports?
Yes, sir, because you stay in shape, always moving around,
Yep.
just running around. It's just good for you.
You got to help injuries too because you're using different
sir.
muscles.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so DB coach, who's your DB coach up here?
My DB coach is Coach Jones, and we got Coach Shep coaching the defense, defensive coordinator. And he knows what he's talking about and just coaches us up good.
Listen, Coach Jones, is there any better DB to get coached by? I mean, he's a man that done it at UK, held numerous records there, then went to Baltimore Ravens, played with Ed Reed, played with Ray Lewis and the crew. You got to be excited to be coached by somebody like that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So next level, is it football, basketball? What sport do you want to go play next level in?
Football, for sure.
Okay. So this year, do you think Mingo Central has what it takes to compete for a state title with what you got right now in year one of the David Jones era?
I mean, competing for a state title is never easy, but I think we got a bunch of kids that love to work hard, a bunch of chemistry, great coaches. We got everything we need to potentially make that run, so I feel good about it.
Well, I'm going to ask every one of you guys this question, and as you look up and down your schedule, Coach Jones obviously didn't dodge anybody when he made this schedule this year. What game intrigues you the most on your schedule?
I think Independence, man. They're a tough team, and we'll see how good we are when we play them.
So inside Mingo County, the big rivalry is obviously Tug Valley.
Yes, sir.
Game one. How has Coach Jones preached to y'all about not looking over that first game?
Yes, sir. Absolutely. Every day. This is their number one worry is Tug Valley. Every day.
So do you feel like y'all match up well with Tug Valley?
Yeah, I think Tug Valley's a good team. I mean, they got some strong kids, a good coach. But at the end of the day, it's going to come down to who works hardest and who's more focused. I think we'll be all right.
Well, Aiden, we are huge fans of yours here at D&D. Can't wait to see what you do up here in a minor uniform. And game one, we're going to be paying attention. All the mountains are going to be paying attention, see what you do here at Mingo Central. And best of luck as you go forward to your, junior year?
Sophomore year.
Yeah, there you go. So send your next guy in and we'll get to him. But good luck, man.
Appreciate it.
Right. Come on over here, young man.
Hey.
You don't care? State your name, position.
My name is Alex Muncie, and I'm an outside linebacker.
Alex Muncie, outside linebacker. So you're one of Coach Shep's guys, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, they having a defense coordinator like Coach Shep, one of the most respected coaches in the business. How has Coach Shep helped you get better, and what kind of coach is he?
Shep, he is a dude. He'll keep it real with you. He'll build you up, but he'll tell you when you do wrong.
Yep. Now, on the defensive side of the ball, we've seen some of your linemen out here. You got some house cats on the line. You got them guys being able to take the brunt of the force up front. It's got to make your job a little bit easier at the linebacker position.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. When you take a look at the guys that you got right now, do y'all got enough talent up here to compete in year one?
Definitely. We definitely got enough talent.
Okay. Game, as you look up and down the schedule, what game intrigues you the most out of the entire schedule?
I got to go with Independence, I'd say.
Oh.
They're a good team. Good. They're strong. They're fast. They're quick. But I think we got to get shot against them. I feel good.
That's two Independents, KJ. I didn't expect Independence to be a favorite answer whenever I asked that. Game one is at Naugatuck, against Tug Valley, Mingo County rival. How big would it be for you all to get that win, and how do you feel about going into that game?
Well, it'd be a huge win for us, big morale boost, and I think we got to get shot against them.
Yep.
I don't think they can hang with us.
Oh, there you go. Hey, I like it. Listen, that confidence. That's what you expect out of a David Jones coach team. Your linebacking core. Who's involved in your linebacking room?
The coaches or
no players?
So you got me, you got myself, you got Ashton Kinzer, you got J.C. Lester and James Moore. That's our core we got right now. We got some freshmen coming up though that they look like they could throw their hat in there.
Okay. What do you feel and what do you think you got to get better at by the end of the season to be a guy that can play next level football?
I'd say definitely my speed.
Okay.
And strength. I think I got the instincts.
Yep.
But I think I need to get physically better.
What's your dream college?
That's a tough one.
If you could play anywhere that, I mean, reasonable, that, where would you want to play?
My option right now is probably UPike. It's close to home.
Yeah.
It's a nice school.
Yeah. And listen, Coach Phipps does a great job recruiting the mountains, so I wouldn't be surprised if you have a good year if that offer don't come. Well, I'll tell you what, man, I appreciate you coming and joining us. If you don't care, send us one of your other teammates, and as the season goes on, we're going to definitely be paying attention and see what you do and, how you help lead these minors this year.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, man. Now, guys, let's see. We got some meat in the house now, KJ. We got a O lineman. Now, these guys are usually the smartest guys in the room, the O lineman. So we'll see. State your name and position.
My name is Chaz Wayne, and I'm the center.
Chaz Wayne?
Yep.
Okay. So center, that's kind of the quarterback on the line.
Yeah.
You kind of dictate what your other guys do. And be honest, the whole play, it's on your shoulders, because if you don't have a good snap, if you don't have a good read, then the play falls. How much pressure is it on a center game in, game out?
It's a lot of pressure on centers. Where I've been there a lot of the time, I've gotten used to it and all that. But like new up-and-coming centers that just got into the spot, they're not going to be used to the pressure, and they might fold for a play or two. But they'll get used to it, and they'll get better and learn.
So you grew up playing center?
I've always been in this position.
What middle school did you go to?
I went to Birch.
You went to Birch? Oh, Birch Bulldog.
Yeah.
So Coach Shep pretty good then, huh?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when you take a look at this line, we know that skilled position. I don't think anybody out there is questioning what Mingo Central has at skilled position. But the line, that's the secret to the success. How good is y'all's line? And, do you think that's going to be a strength, or is it something you got to get better at this year?
We could always work on our line and always get stronger, but I feel like we are really good right now. We have a small portion. We're not as big as the skills, but we still have strength, and we still have a good number of meat on us.
Yeah.
So I feel like we're good in there.
Right now, who's getting the most reps on the line?
Me, Riley, and Logan. Riley Hatfield.
Okay.
He's a junior.
Yeah, Logan Hurley.
Hurley.
And who's the other two?
You have Jace and you have JC.
So Jace Harmon and JC who? You know his last name? We'll get the coach. No pressure on you there. Your relationship, normally the center and the quarterback, you're tied at the hip. With Mr. Ross, how is y'all's friendship? And, do you think, is that something, a quarterback and center, do you think that's a relationship that y'all have to have and make work off the field to make it work on the field?
Me and Chris are really close. We don't see each other off the field all that often, but we're really close when we get on the field.
Yep.
I feel like you don't have to be that close off the field, but to be connected on the field is something you definitely have to have as a center and a QB.
Well, I tell you what, we need to make sure you invite him over to play some Xbox if you kids do these days, because we got to get that like that. But I tell you, I've been really surprised, not only with when we seen your lineman group, but your skilled positions, and Coach Jones. He likes to air the ball out a little bit. Is when it comes to blocking, pass block, run block, what's your strength?
Like which one we're stronger at?
Yeah.
I feel like we're stronger with our pass blocking. Mm-hmm. We're good with run blocking. We just got to get down the combos and all that, get the line back into that. But I feel like pass blocking we're better at because we've been used to doing stuff like that all our life. We've asked all of them,
and when you look at the schedule, y'all didn't run from anybody. What game intrigues you the most? What game are you looking forward to?
I'd have to go with Independence.
There's another one, KJ. The Independence, is it the state champion? Is it the history? What intrigues you about them?
I'd say from last season, a lot of people say they're really strong. I just really like to go up against a team like that.
Okay. The game one, Tug Valley, Mingo County rivalry. How do you feel y'all match up against them?
I feel like it'd be a really good matchup. I think that we'll come out with the win. Yep. But I feel like when we do win, it would be like a real boost to everybody. Everybody will get better. Everybody will get an ego instead of being down in the dump, but they won't get too much of an ego where they won't try to practice.
This next level football, does that intrigue you?
Somewhat.
Okay. Is it something that, have you focused on? You thought about a lot? Is it something that you want to do, or is it something that, if it comes, you'll think about it then?
If it comes, I'll think about it.
Okay.
Because I've been focusing more on education for college.
I love that, man. I love it. Well, as we talk, KJ, the offensive lineman, usually smartest guy in the room. Listen, speaking to you, I can tell you're a very smart guy. I think these guys with you in the lineman room, you leading the charge on the line, I think that y'all's gonna be all right, man. I think you're just the way you talk, it tells you're a great leader, and look forward to seeing what you guys do and how you help your skill position. All right, man. Congratulations.
Thank you.
There you go, guys. We got, as Mr. Ross comes in, we see Coach Jones not far behind you. Come on over here. Scoot over here, son. Look at here, KJ. Good-looking man. Square up. Look at the camera. Look at this uniform. We see a lot of them, white uniforms, blue uniforms. It looks like Coach Jones, it's kind of took it back to the heyday where Mingo Central, they're always looking the best.
Absolutely, always.
Yep. Now, you split some time last year at quarterback. Coming in, Coach Jones from day one, he said, Chris Ross is my guy. How is it to have a coach that has that much faith in you?
I mean, man, it's perfect. Grew up with Coach Jones. Look at him as my uncle.
Yep.
we have that relation off the field that reflects onto the field.
Yep.
So I see it as an advantage.
Does it make your job easier knowing that, hey, listen, my coach has got me. I ain't got that much pressure.
Absolutely. 100%.
Yeah. So looking at your line, we talked to Mr. Wayne. Got some pictures out here. Talked to a few of your linemen. Them were the guys that's protecting you night in, night out. How much faith do you got in your line right now, and how good are they?
Coming back from last year, it was a little rough, but they've been working. They've been in the weight room all off season. They've been on the field.
Yep.
They're going to do big things. They're going to surprise a lot of people.
Yeah, and last year, that was probably one of the most unsteady parts of your team. That was probably part of the reason that y'all had to split time at quarterback, because, you had to try different things, to kind of make up for it. How much better is it, do you think, from last year?
5 to 10.
Oh, okay. There you go. So, seeing this staff up here, that Coach Jones has put together, you got the who's who here in Mingo County, here in the mountains that's come and join. Coming up here learning from these guys, knowing that these guys know what they're talking about. They're some of the most respected coaches in the community. How does it make you feel? And, does it make you feel more confident in the product that y'all got this year?
The teaching for quarterbacks, like Josh saying, it's a lot more simple, a lot more, 1 read, 2 reads, instead of the whole field, focusing on one at a time. Just simple, way simple.
Now, when you look at skill position, y'all are stacked. Y'all got running backs, you got tight ends, you got wide receivers. As a quarterback, you got to be licking your chops.
Yep.
Right now, who are some of the big targets that you're going to have? When people say, okay, game 1, Chris Ross is going to hit this guy. Who are some of the ones that you got the best connections with right now?
I'd have to say my boy Aiden, but
Aiden Burke.
Yeah. We grew up together, known him since we was born. But all 4, even the backups, 5, 6, they can all play.
Okay.
We got multiple options.
Yeah, now has quarterback always been a thing that you wanted to play, or you grew up playing different positions? Or
Well, I started off quarterback back in B team, C team. Then I switched to running back through middle school and freshman year. Moved to Alabama, played running back down there. And then I come back home, we didn't have a quarterback, so I'm next in line.
Oh, you like quarterback, running back better? Which one?
Love quarterback. I love controlling the field. I'm a pretty good leader.
Yeah. That's the thing. I can tell the way that you speak. Obviously, you're a good leader, and it seems like these players, when you speak, they listen.
Oh yeah, 100%. We cooperate perfect.
That's what you got to have. Okay, let's get in quarterback. Everybody wants to know what the quarterback thinks. What games intrigue you the most? We can ask the lineman, but at the end of the day, what's going to make the news is what Chris Ross says.
I've heard a lot of independents. They're coming back from the state title. I'm ready to face Chapmansville.
Oh, Chapmanville.
They've been talking. It's our game.
Well, I tell you what, man, they got some really good defensive players there. They obviously they lost a key quarterback, and they're under a new coaching regime too with Coach Zach Belcher there. I like to hear that because it tells me that, you're looking and you're taking every game serious. And, that Chapmanville game, that's one a lot of people probably wouldn't have picked, that you would have said. But I like that you said it because, you get a win against a program like Chapmanville, that just raises Mingo Central up that much more.
Sure.
So college football, is it something you want to do? Is it in your mind frame?
Yes, sir, absolutely.
Oh, okay. So
play on the next level.
Coach Jones, you got to like Coach Jones come here then, because if there's anybody can help you get there, it's him.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So when you take a look at what y'all got to get better at, what do you think Mingo Central from now until the start of the season has to get better at to be a true contender for a state title?
That's a tough question.
Where do you think y'all are weak right now?
Honestly, we got a good team. I don't think we got to be coachable. We got to learn how to be coachable. That's our main problem. We grew up not really, playing here, playing there. We've never took it serious.
So a little undisciplined.
Yeah, undisciplined. We got to be disciplined.
Well, yeah, I tell you got the leaders in the coaching staff that is obviously respected. And the guys, if there's anybody that can make you a disciplined unit, it's this coaching staff y'all got up here.
Sir, absolutely.
Yeah. Tug Valley, how excited are you for game one to come? Y'all start the season, the entire state will be paying attention to that game. I think it's on a Thursday night too. Yeah, so everybody will be watching that ball game. How excited are you for that?
I love it. I love competition.
Who wins it?
Oh, we're coming out on top all day.
There you go, guys. You heard from Chris Ross. Chris, send us another one of your teammates over. I appreciate you. Best of luck, young man. Hey, come back here. Come back here. Don't leave me hanging. There you go. Now, KJ, this is one of the best built young men that you'll see, Malachi Shepard. I've watched you for a long time. I think we've been a big fan of yours here at D&D in every sport. We talk highly of you. And listen, from your early days in youth football, youth basketball up to now, you've always been the biggest kid around. When you look right now with Chris Ross, with this line, how do you think that you guys are going to do this year?
Well, coming from a receiver standpoint, Chris is a great quarterback. He can read the field really well, and I know he can get the ball where he needs to get it at. Really, what stopped us last year was our line, and that was because he didn't have time to make the reads and stuff that he needed to, and he was always rushed to get the ball out. It's either get it out or run. And this time, I feel like our line it's got the upgrades it's need, and that'll give him more time, and it makes him more deadly.
Yeah. Well, last year we covered, quite a few of y'all's games, and one of the biggest weaknesses that we seen, and I thought coming away from every game when Coach Jones took this job, I told him, I said, listen, you got to get Malachi Shepard the ball. Last year I don't think that, they hit you enough. I don't think you had enough targets. Right now, what's your relationship with Ross, and do you think that you can be a key piece of this offense?
I trust him.
Yeah.
I give him my complete trust.
There you go.
If we need a touchdown, like a really good ball thrown to a touchdown, I believe he can make it.
Yeah.
I believe with 100% him, he can throw it.
I love it. When you look at the staff right now and the way things are up here on Minor Mountain, what's the biggest difference between last year and this year?
Coaching.
Oh, okay.
Coaching. The coaches right now are more involved
Yep.
than last year, and I think it's because of this new atmosphere that Coach Jones brings. It makes everybody more fired up.
Energy's on 10, right? Yeah.
Yes.
I love this locker room, man. It looks like they've got y'all the best gear. You got nice lids coming out soon. This place, if there's any place that a mountain player would want to play, it's up here, this facility. Being able to look at that great view every day, it's got to be a blessing to be a Miner, right?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, and you're one of the guys that, grew up in the system. A lot of kids, in the area in Mingo County, a lot of the great kids, they, in the past, they have kind of went elsewhere. But now these kids are staying here at Mingo Central. It's got to make you prideful because you've always been one that's been a true blue Miner.
Yeah, our biggest downfall, Mingo Central, is all the players that were supposed to come up here, they didn't. They would either come up here and leave, or they would just not come up here at all, and that really separated all of us.
And now you got to feel like you got a product that can keep them up here, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So having your dad as a coach, what's the hardest thing about that? Does he leave the game on the field, or is it on the ride home at the house? Are you always hearing it, or?
I mean, I'm always hearing it. I'm always hearing of like what could have been done better, but that's just the perks that come with having a father that coaches you.
Yeah.
I mean, you get told what you do good, but there's always going to be something that does bad because that's just how it is.
Yeah, they always want to make you better.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next level. You want to play next level ball?
Yeah.
Where at?
Anywhere.
Anywhere?
If I get the opportunity to play somewhere for the higher level,
Yeah.
I'm there.
Well, I can tell you what, I guarantee that we got big fans. West Virginia State, we got Coach Phipps there at UPike, KCU. There's a ton of coaches watching this right now. So, when they look at you, they got to say, I got to have that guy on my squad. Now, when you look at your schedule, Coach Jones, as I told them, you guys have not run from anybody. What game are you the most excited for?
I've heard a lot of different answers, but if my personal opinion, I believe Scott.
Scott?
Yes.
I love it. KJ, we covered every one of Scott's games last year. I'm telling you, they got a stacked team coming back. They're going to be an air raid offense. They're going to be hard to stop.
I'm ready for Scott because that's a really good game to. It's a standpoint. Show us if we got it or what we need to improve on. I feel like that's a great game to see where we stand.
Listen, if you go prove yourself against Scott, that's going to get a lot of you guys some scholarships because a lot of eyes are going to be on that game. And if you outplay their player position by position, that's going to get y'all a lot of attention.
Absolutely.
Tug Valley, what's your thoughts on it? You excited for it?
Absolutely. I mean, I love the game of football, and I mean, it's my senior year, so I can't get enough of it.
Yeah, listen, I am so excited, KJ, to be able to cover this young man because, like I said, I've always been a big fan of yours, and to be able to cover you game in, game out, I mean, that's going to be huge, and I really hope this year that they hit you a lot more and utilize you because I thought last year you could have been a key to the success if they would have used you a lot more. But I understand, a lot of the units had to get better, may not always have the greatest amount of time to pass the ball. Now you got that. These guys have got a lot better. Looks like y'all's a good, cohesive unit, and looks like the Minor Mountain is on the upswing.
Yeah, yes, sir.
There you go, Malachi. I appreciate you, man. Best of luck. Who we got now? We got, we got Coach Shep coming up. There we go. Sun's out, guns out. I thought he was going to come up here with a cutoff, KJ. Yeah. Here we go. Uh-oh. Yeah, he been in the weight room with them. How you doing, Coach?
All right,
Coach, we've had a good relationship with you for many years, man. It's the biggest thing about you is, from the time these kids first pick up a football to here, you are in their lives. From youth football all the way up to here. It's got to make you feel good seeing this kind of energy back on Minor Mountain.
It do. It really do. There is a lot of kids here that's still up here that play with me since they started.
Yep.
So, it's been a blessing that I get to be from the start to the finish with them.
Yep.
And from midget league all the way to high school. It'll be nice to go with them to college, but but it is a blessing to be able to say that I got to ride the whole wave with them for a while.
Well, I tell you, man, no matter where these kids are, if they grew up in this youth league, every kid we go to, it don't matter what school they're at, they always talk about Coach Shep, and that's something, when you take a look at the product that Coach Jones has to work with up here from the first day he got here, a lot of that has to do with you, and how you've helped bringing these kids up. Right now, with the talent that you see up here on Minor Mountain, how good can this team be?
Listen, I really stand strong that this team can be dangerous.
Yep.
Like it can be. The thing that we have to do is we have to make it mesh. You can have a team full of studs, but if it don't mesh, then you'll go back to average. But this team can be really dangerous.
You got to be a family, right?
Yes, got to believe in the next man that's beside you.
Yep, move as one unit.
That's it.
The coach, obviously a lot of people, when the coaching hire come open, a lot of people said Coach Shep is the next guy. Coach Shep's going to be that next guy. I know when David put his name in the hat, you was one of his biggest proponents, and you was like, from day one, I want to be a part of what you do up here. I think that's best for the school. I think a lot of stuff. What is it you see in Coach Jones that made you see that kind of faith in him?
When he got the coaching job over at Phelps, we had talked before about me helping them coach over at Phelps. But at the timing wasn't right. I still had a group that I wanted to stay with. But as far as in just the success that I've seen, that I knew that he could bring in more kids just like I could.
Yeah.
So, and I knew that, like, working together, I mean, yes, if I say I didn't want the head coach job, I'll be lying. But all due respect to him, like I told him from the get-go, I have no shame or whatever that he got the job, let's ride it together.
Oh, well, I can tell the thing that I like about you and the thing I like about Coach Jones is when he speaks to the media, it don't matter whether it's us or anybody else, he speaks as to you and Sammons as y'all are the same as him. Y'all are a head coach just like him.
He really do.
So, you can tell he don't make, any difference in that, and he gives you guys a lot of power. He told me yesterday, he said, I couldn't go to practice. He said, that's the good thing about my right-hand man being Shep. He said, I never have to worry about practice being done right and, being run when I'm not around.
Yeah, that's it. And I believe he got trust in me, and he knows that I'm here for the kids. It ain't for me.
Yep.
It ain't for my son. I just love these kids, and I love the game. So, it'll be hard if you find one to tell them that they don't love me.
Yeah, it is, man. Now the program up here, like I said, you've been around. You're involved from Pee Wee all the way up to here. How good does it make you feel that this energy around Minor Mountain again is there? I mean, this has been the most exposure Mingo Central has got since the Jeremy Dillon years.
It is, and when the job came open for head coach, that was my thing too. Was like, we need to get back to that adversity. You know what I'm saying? Like, we need to be able to get up there to the atmosphere that they had. Like, we need to pack these stands. We need to get kids back. So and it's happening. That's why I say it can. Some things can happen on the hill.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But when you look at the units out there right now, where's the strength of this minor football program?
I would say the strength is in the skill.
Okay.
I'll just be honest. I think the skill. Like, I believe we can match up across the board with about anybody.
Yeah. Well, you're going to have that to prove because you guys. Every week, I don't think y'all got to give me on the schedule. Does it make you nervous when you look at that schedule?
It really don't, because I believe in the kids that we have. I'll just be honest. Am I going to say it's a pushover? No.
Yeah.
But I believe that if we come out and do what we need to do, we open up a whole lot more eyes.
How big is that first Thursday night going to be against Tug Valley?
Oh, it's going to be huge. Yeah. It's going to be huge. Even though it's a Tug Valley game, but it's going to be huge. Just because it's a rivalry.
Yep.
So it's going to be huge.
Well, I tell you, Shep, as you know, you're one of the most respected coaches that I know. I've always spoke highly of you. These kids are lucky to have you here, being able to learn from you and being able to take and have somebody that cares about them like you do. This season, I really look forward to seeing what you guys do with this team, because I think with the coaching staff you got that they're in good hands and this program's in good hands.
Yes, sir.
All right. Thanks, Coach.
Hey, appreciate you.
Is Sammons around? While we're waiting on Sammons, let's bring Nate Seegers up here. Come up here, Nate. Guys, you guys know Nate. Nate has, I want to talk to Nate because Nate is a D&D Sports announcer, and, our fans know you really good. So I want to talk to you for a second. You coach at Williamson Middle School. You're a Williamson legend, Williamson Hall of Famer.
I'm not in the Hall of Fame. I don't know.
Or will be. You will be. May not be now, but your time probably hasn't expired yet, but you will be. But when you take a look at these Williamson kids coming up here on Minor Mountain, that's something that ain't happened in a long time. How does it make you feel that, the Wolfpack feels like a part of Mingo Central again?
I'm excited about it. I don't do it a lot, but I had a discussion with somebody on a post about Williamson Middle, and like people act like it's a feeder school for Belfry when our kids should be here.
Yep.
And a lot of times I think that our kids didn't feel supported. They didn't feel that they had a fair chance, but with the staff we have now, I think that they're excited to be here. I'm excited.
Yeah, well, that's why I was going to ask you. Coach Jones, I know Coach Jones has always thought highly of you, and we've always liked having you around everything we do. But what did it mean to you that Coach Jones made that phone call to get you on the staff?
So it's funny, Coach Jones calls me and he was like, hey man, I want you on the staff. And I was like, I'm a basketball guy, right, Coach? And he's like, yeah, I know, but I know you know kids.
Yep.
And I know having that connection with you would have more Williamson kids come up here. And so, I was like, dude, I'm honored, put my name down, I'm ready for it, And I really feel what I'm excited about. I think we have more Williamson kids on the roster this year maybe than the whole time the school's been open. And a lot of people might not know this, but I'm the first coach from Williamson ever to be on the staff since the school's been open.
First Williamson coach to ever be on the football coaching staff.
On the football coaching staff here since the school's been open.
Yeah,
so if that don't tell you why the kids haven't came, but now you see the difference. Like, I would say we might have more kids probably more kids than anybody maybe on the roster this year for the first time.
That's huge, KJ, especially for the future of Minor Mountain. And, I have no doubt when you take a look, the thing that I like about this coaching staff is that every one of you guys are pillars in the community. That's the thing that's going to change things up here is if these kids have good role models to teach them and to look forward and look up to every day.
And I don't know if you need to edit this out, but they have a coach that will choke a kid for not acting right off the field. To me, we all want to win ball games, and that's why we coach. But to me, it's about teaching kids about life through sports, about what to expect, how to be a good person, how to work hard to get what you want.
Yeah, and that's the thing, involved in the community. You've done everything from the news to building greenhouses. You've had a big part in Mingo County continuing to grow and, to get bigger. It's got to make you feel good knowing that you can be up here where you can have a part in these kids' lives and help put productive members of society out in Mingo County.
Absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to a first playoff game up here in a long time. So that's the goal that I have set for this team. I'm excited to see all this talent.
Yep.
It's crazy, man. It's almost like when you put an all-star team together and you're like, you got to figure out what to do with all the talent. I think that is our biggest issue. What are you going to do with all this talent you got?
Yeah, that's it. I'll tell you, Nate, I know when we done media day, I didn't have you on the roster to talk about, but when I seen you over there, it's very important that these people know you're a part of this program because you're that tight and you're what's going to open the floodgates and that pipeline to that Williamson area. And as you know, in Mingo County, a lot of your top athletes come out of Williamson, West Virginia.
Yeah, from now on, man, the road is straight to Mingo. It ain't even going across the river no more. It's not going down 52. It's coming up on the mountain.
That's strong words from Coach Seegers here, Coach.
Thank you.
Best of luck.
Appreciate everything you do for our kids, man.
Appreciate you. We got Coach Salmons coming up. Guys, we got Coach Josh Salmons here. Listen, we've known you for many years. You've wore that captain's hat before, and now you've come up and you're kind of, Shep's probably, his left hand, right hand, whatever you want to say it, and you're the other hand. For y'all to be able to come up and build what y'all are building and to get this energy back behind Mingo Central again, how does it make you feel?
Oh, it's great. It's like Coach Jones done a great job coming in here, getting everything, getting that mentality back that we had here once that we lost. But, it's great. Something we needed, something the kids needed, something the community needs, and we're looking forward to it.
Now, you was here in the good days, in the heydays, state title days. Have you seen this much excitement behind Mingo Central since them days?
No, like I said, it's probably been at least 4 to 5 years since I've seen this. You go out in the community, people are talking about it, and just like Coach Nate just said, the amount of kids, the talent we got here right now, it's special, and people are going to see it when it comes Friday nights.
Well, you're one of the most respected offensive minds, period, in the mountains. I know Coach Jones. I know he spent time with you at UPike. When you spent, you was QB up there, right?
I was a DB.
DB. There you go.
A DB coach.
Yeah. I know Coach Jones coached you up there. You being able to take and rejoining Coach Jones, do you got faith that that's the man for this job?
Oh yeah, 100%. When this job come open, that's the first guy I called right there. I said, I'm gonna get a hold of David. Said he wants to come back home, and luckily, it worked out, and he wanted to come home, and here he is, and I couldn't be happier.
Yeah, Minor Mountain's booming again.
You got that right.
Yeah, as I said, you spent many years up here, so you know what it's like to come up here, being able to coach in this beautiful facility, have that picturesque view out there, being able to travel up here every night, have the best of the best. The school, they give you the tools you need to succeed. Being able to come up here, what a blessing is it to be able to coach here on Minor Mountain?
Oh, it's a huge blessing. The kids don't understand it, and most of the community don't understand it as well. But you're being here every day in and day out, and working up here and just seeing the things that we have, the opportunities we have. It's a huge blessing. Our kids are they're extremely blessed.
Now, when you leave practice every day, on your ride home, when you think about okay, we're going to do this or we're going to do that next year, what's the strength of this Mingo Central football team?
The strength of this program is we're bought in.
Okay.
I think that's the number one thing. We're bought in right now. We got a coach that's bought in. We got assistants that's bought in. Now we got our players that's bought in. And I think that's the number one thing to being successful.
Well, last year, obviously you had talented pieces, but there was just, something little that was the difference between y'all winning games and not winning games. Mm-hmm. This year, when you look at that gauntlet of a schedule that you got, are you nervous? You excited? Do you think that y'all got what it takes to go and compete against that kind of schedule?
Yeah, I 100% do. And I think we've had the talent here, year in and year out. Yep. Of course, you're going to have those struggles year in and out, and I understand that. I'm excited about the schedule. I know it's going to be tough. We're going to have some ups and downs, but that's all part of it. You know what I mean? We're building a program here, and I'm looking forward to the challenge.
As a offensive coordinator, what's the hardest game that you see on the schedule?
We got a couple there, and I think, of course, we can start off with Tuck Valley. That's going to be tough. A new opponent, somebody we're not familiar with. I know they got a lot coming back. Of course, that Independence game. They're returning state champs. That'll be a big test, and we got them here. So I'm really looking forward to those two games for sure.
Well, I'm telling you, when you take a look, I know a lot of people that if you want to do what you want to do, if you want to continue to build on that excitement, that game one at Tug Valley, how big is that?
Oh, it's a huge game. That's a county rival game. Yep. We're finally getting that brought back into the county. We needed it for the community and for the kids, but that's going to be a huge game to test us out, see where we're at. We want to come out of there with a win, and I'm confident that we can do that. As long as we as our kids buy in, just like our coaches are, and looking forward to it.
Now, did you coach with Coach Ford before?
I did. Coach Ford was up here with us, yes.
All right.
So I had to work for me. We're buddies. I've known him for a long time. Love Coach Ford, and looking forward to it.
I'm very excited, man. I know that you're one of them guys that bleed Mingo Central blue. Mm-hmm. When you think Mingo Central, I don't know that there's another name. I've been sitting here racking my head. I don't know there's another name that you instantly think of than you because you've been a part of every one of these programs. Yeah. Maybe Jeremy Dillon might be the other name, but for you to be a part of this era again, that just tells Mingo Central fans that hey, listen, you're bought in and you're here to see what you started through, and you're not going to rest till Mingo Central's on top of the mountain.
100%. I'm bought in. I try to tell these kids I'm not up here just to be up here. I'm here to win ball games, make them better players and better people. Better kids for sure, but lead them in the right direction. I'm here to win ball games and do my best.
Well, Coach Salmons, I appreciate you taking a minute. I know you got a lot to do. It's media day. I know there's a ton of media out there wanting to talk to you, so I'm going to let you go. But I appreciate you taking a minute. And listen, I know these kids appreciate what you do, and I appreciate what you do for these kids.
I appreciate you guys and what you guys do for the kids. So thank you so much.
Appreciate you, Coach.
Yeah.
All right, guys, we're going to bring Coach Trevitt up here, Coach David Jones. There you go, Coach Jones, looking fresh with the cowboy hat.
Dion in the house.
Coach Prime.
Yeah, we coming.
Yeah, there you go. Well, unlike Coach Prime, you didn't come up here and empty the roster. You come up here and, double the roster.
Yeah. Well, just like Coach Prime, he went and empty his roster. We need to get our roster back. It's just been it's been great, man. We it's just been a blessing that our kids and the parents, that they want to come back here.
Yeah.
So it's been a blessing, and when you don't have to go out and and promote and talk to these kids and do this and do that, whatever, and they come on their own, that's really special. And, that's what's been going on here.
Listen, if you want to know how much Mingo Central has changed and how much the energy and excitement around Minor Mountain is, this is the first time that we have ever been to Media Day at Minor Mountain.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I mean, that tells you, you're on the radar now and you matter. You know?
Oh, yeah. And that's the key,
Now, that being said, obviously, when we started this here at D&D, that was the end of the years of Jeremy Dillon. That was the end of that. So, or we would have been up here them days. And actually, we did spend a lot of time up here. You remember the co-train?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Joe
Chapin, is that his name?
It was Hunt.
Yeah.
Yep. The co-truck.
Yep. Media Day, you got media outlets from all around the Cofields here today, out there taking pictures. These players, we talked to them and they said they feel like superstars out here. It's got to make you feel good that these program and these kids are getting attention.
Well, that's what we're going to do here regardless. We're going to put our kids in all these situations to get them prepared for the next level. Whenever you get to college, you're going to have all this. So when our kids go off to these colleges and they go to these camps and stuff and they get interviewed and all that good stuff, they're going to learn. They're going to know what to do. They're going to know what to say. They're going to be comfortable. So we're getting them around it right now, and we want our kids to be able to play in front of thousands and thousands of people. Yep. So when it comes down time to play in the state title game, we're ready to go.
Oh yeah, that's one thing we'll get to in a minute. I want to ask you about that. But first I want to ask you about the laying the foundation and the building blocks here at Mingo Central. It has to start with this coaching staff that you assembled up here. Just kind of go through your coaches up here and some of the key pieces to this organization.
Man, honestly, it's all of them. They all was a key to what I'm trying to bring here, and the key to my success, because I'm only going to be successful as them. Yeah. I knew the caliber guys that I wanted to bring in here. So I picked and choose who I wanted to bring in. And, once I talked to Salmons and Shep, I wasn't going to just bring in somebody, some average Joe or whatever like that. We was going to bring in people that can contribute to what we're trying to bring here. That's when, we got Bob Goebel. We got him. He's been a head college football coach. He's been a head high school. He coached Jimbo Fisher.
Wow.
Yeah, so... we got a guy like that up here on the mountain teaching our kids, and that was key, to get our line together, get our line, on back on the par. Yeah. Because we got skills for days, and we got about 19 or 20 linemen out there, whatever, and there's some good ones too. Yeah. And to have a guy like Goebel to come in and help with that, it's going to be great.
Yeah, and then the thing that I like too is the pieces that you added to the staff are all pillars in each of the communities. It looks like you really put a focus on going and getting Gilbert guys, Birch guys, Williamson guys, all guys that, play a part in their community to help get them kids up here.
Absolutely. The parents, they put their faith in me.
The mate one, I forgot.
Yes, they put their faith in me to put their kids, around, great men. Yeah. And, and that's just like with my sons, I want them around great men also. So, what we did, we focused it out, and we focused on that point, and we want to, that's what we went after. So once we went after that and the guys come on board, it was a no-brainer. Why wouldn't you lead the kids, with them guys up there on the hill? They know we're going to be teaching them good stuff on and off the field, and we're not going to be putting up with any nonsense in the school. We're really big on our grades and all that stuff. So, just by that, and our main focus was having the teachers at Mingo Central understand that we're not all about football here. We're about academics. And if our kids get up here and they act ignorant, we will suspend them. They won't be playing in games until they know how to act in our school, because without that school, you're not going to college.
No, absolutely not. And that's what one of the key things I wanted to hit on is talking to these kids. It's completely different than any other year when I spoke to them. They're up front. They're talking to you, looking you in the eye, and you can tell that you're grooming young men up here. And, we even talked to a couple of them when they was talking about their grades. They said, the academics is, what my most important thing is, and then football. So it looks like you're preaching the right thing here.
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. You have to, you can't be some guy to come in and just focus on, we'll let them get away with this and they can make it up in summer school. We can let them get away with this. They can make up in credit recovery. College coaches see that on your transcripts. You don't want that. You don't want that trail of that. That's just the person that the kid is showing that the kid is. Not necessarily the coaches and stuff. But we're not going to teach that here. We're going to teach 100%. You're going to get your grades, and if you don't get your grades or act right in the community, you just won't be a part of this program.
Now, listen, I love it. That was step one. And when you build a foundation, that's the stuff that you got to implement. You've done it every program you went to, and guess what? The program's always been 100 times better when you left than when you got here.
Absolutely. That's the thing, and hopefully this will continue to. This could be my final stop.
So it's a retirement job,
It's a retirement job, man. That was the main focus. That was the thing, that, I'm bringing my boys to get into this program. So that, I'm showing, not only, our kids and on our team, but the community that I'm committed. Yeah. I'm bringing my own to get in this program, So, I'm fully committed. I'm home. This program means more to me than anything, anywhere and anything I've ever been, because this is my home. It's Mingo County. I'm from right down the hill, Red Jacket, West Virginia. Like I've always said, anywhere I have been, I've always been grateful for, what Belfry has done for me and the things that I've learned over there. I'm a big boy now, and I'm off on my own, and I can take what I learned and give it into my own here in Mingo County.
I love it, man. That's what I wanted to hit on. Kind of the first steps here. But now let's get over to the team and what y'all's putting together here. When we sat and looked at the units out here, they look stout. I mean, from the lineman, wide receivers room to quarterbacks, running backs club. Right now, where's the strength of this Mingo Central football team?
Oh, it's our skill.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we're loaded. We got skill for days, and the great thing is we got an offensive, defensive squad. We can go ones versus ones. So that's huge, and I know that Coach Shep and Coach Sam is going to be battling, and I'm going to be like this because I'm a DB coach and I'm the wide receiver coach, but I'll be talking smack to both of them, so we'll have a good time with that.
Well, I tell you,
I don't know. I might just talk smack to Shep because he talk about me that I can't cook and all, and he just been messing with me lately.
He told me you don't ever invite him to dinner.
Man, he been lying. I'm gonna record everything I do from here on out. Everything I do from here on out, I'm gonna record because, man, he, like, every time I come here and try to say something, he be like, "You didn't tell me that." But I know I do. I don't forget. I don't forget. He know I don't forget. That's my business partner. He know I don't forget.
Well, that's the key thing, man. When you talk to these players, and they was talking, first thing you got to do, and even Ross said, he said one thing that we got to work on is being disciplined.
That's it.
And if the players see the coaches looking at each other and acting to each other as if they're family, it's going to bleed over to the locker room.
Absolutely. And listen, our staff, we're one big family, man, already. We bust on each other. They always talking about me. I don't know why. They always talking about me, But we are one big family, man, and I enjoy these men, man. I really do. We pick each other up. When one's down, we pick each other up. One got to be away, we pick each other up. That's just like I had to be off the other day, or yesterday, our first day of practice, and I had to work on, I had to go to a mandatory coaches meeting. Yeah. Never missed a beat up here. I never had to worry about nothing. I didn't, whatever. I was just anxious and wanting to be here, and stuff. But I never had to worry about it. Never missed a beat. And that just goes to show you what type of men I got in my corner.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I obviously think you got the best of the best up here when you look at this staff you've assembled. Now, as the players that you got up here, if you had to look and tell media outlets, hey, I guarantee this is a kid that that's going to carry the headlines this year. He's going to be on a lot of headlines. Who are some of a few of the kids that are going to be rock stars up here this year?
Honestly, man, you can put them all in the hat and throw them up in the air. You're going to have one each and every night because, that's just we got dogs like that.
Yeah.
You know, so I can't even pinpoint just one player at all. Because like I said, you know, it can be any other night. That's just like when we was doing these 7-on-7. One day it was Aiden, one day it was Ducey. You know, one day it was Malachi. You know, one day it was Tata. You know, and it just go on and on and on. I mean, and so you just never know, you know, what you're going to get, and you can, and if you have them all on at the same time, that's going to be scary.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Absolutely.
So I mean, you know, we're going to be, you know, getting slow started probably because we're all new together. But we're not worried about anything. I mean, we are the underdogs going into our first game. We understand that, and that's very understandable.
Yep.
We got to prove ourselves. We haven't proved ourselves to no one yet. Only thing we have done is just worked inside of here, been doing things out here, been promoting the program, but we haven't won a game yet. So, you know we're the underdogs. We know Tuck Valley got all the seniors coming back, and so be it too, because you know they are a great program. You know, Coach Haiti, he got them going, and they got some studs over there. So we got to be ready to go. But you know, our kids understand we're the underdogs. We have nothing to lose, but we're gonna go over there and we got to win that game.
Well, when you look at this schedule, I mean, it's one of the best schedules that I've seen assembled. You know, from top to bottom. What is the when you look? What are some of the key games, and what are some of the games that you're looking forward to the most on the schedule?
Tuck Valley.
Game one.
That's it. Tuck Valley.
I
haven't even. I'm and you know me. I'm real with you. I've not looked at anything else. Tuck Valley. That's literally it. That is my number one focus. You know, I'm literally I haven't even looked at anyone else but Tuck Valley. We got to win that game.
Well, that's what I was going to say. You got the excitement up here right now. You know, everybody's believing in Mingo Central, but how big is that game against Tuck Valley? Do you feel like you got to win that game to win Mingo County?
Well, here's the whole thing is that's their county championship.
Yeah.
You know, and at the end of the day, they love the excitement around here, but we are the underdogs. They don't believe we're going to win that game.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So we ain't got to prove nothing to anybody but ourselves.
Yeah.
You know, I'm very comfortable in our coaching staff that how we're going to prepare our guys, and you know we're going to be ready to go. Like we're going to be ready when we step on that field in Naugatuck. We're going to be ready to go.
Yeah, and I've talked to you. You know, we've talked many shows about the respect we got for Coach Ford.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you know, I know you had to preach to the boys about what kind of unit Coach Ford's going to put
Absolutely,
on the field.
he's going to put a unit on the field, but I guarantee you this. Our guys is not going to be playing no stupidity ball over there. I got a lot of respect for Coach, you know, and what he brings to programs and who he is as a person, as a man, you know. So we're going to come over there and we're going to play clean, good football and hard physical football.
Well, listen, Coach Jones, D&D Sports Network is going to be here doing every one of your ball games this year. But I got to talk to you, man. Listen. We got to get some changes up here.
What we got?
KJ, go down to the bottom of that list there. And I pulled up on here, Media Day. You know, everybody excited. All these media companies up here. Went to park out here. And this little fella is out here. Now, out here standing in front of my car.
Hey, Shep brought us his cousin. He didn't put it back.
Is that your family, Shep?
That's his cousin. He can't. He from North Carolina. You know how them mountains is over there, right? He brought that dude down here and let him out.
And had Coach running.
I did.
Look, I ain't running
They tried to scare
anywhere,
me.
so I sat in the car.
Oh, well, I ran.
Yeah, I was out there. Listen, producer KJ, he was standing at the door to tell me, like, come on, we got to get started. I ain't going nowhere. I'm sitting right here.
Yeah, that old buddy was up there waiting to eat. He's over there waiting.
Yeah, listen, I got a lot to eat on.
Yeah.
So I'm not getting
I got a little
car.
something to eat on too, and I ain't getting no chunks taken out of me no more.
Absolutely not.
At all.
Coach Jones, listen, Media Day has been a blast up here, 2023. Mingo Central Minor Media Day. This has probably been the most publicity and most media that you've had up here on Minor Mountain in quite a few years since them state championship runs. You know, I want to congratulate you on what you've done so far, but listen, I know this ain't even remotely where you're looking forward to going. So this is just the ground steps, and I definitely appreciate you having us up here and what you're doing for this community that you've always considered a home.
Hey, I appreciate you guys, of course, myself involved in it too, but no, I appreciate any time I ask you y'all to come up here knowing that I can't touch it or do nothing, y'all coming you know, just helping me out. You know, not only me, you know, the kids up here for nothing. I mean, I know you was been running around with meetings and stuff,
Yeah.
we trying to do this and all that, but man, I appreciate it. I can't wait to get started, you know, and continue to get our boys on this on the network and letting everybody, you know who they are as a person, not just in the football player, as a person, and get these colleges to understand who they are also.
Listen, offers are going to be rolling in the Minor Mountain. I promise you that.
I can look in there and tell you 100% they will.
All right, guys, we're going to take. We know Coach Jones is, you know, got the players. I know you want to speak to them and the staff, so we're not going to go any longer. We want to conclude this thing, but definitely Mingo Central Media Day was a blast. Appreciate all the media coming up here. And listen, Mingo Central fans, we know it's been a while. Put that Mingo Central Minor gear back on, because I promise it's going to give you a lot of pride this year to wear that gear.